Yo, yo, yo. Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. Right back at you. It's like week before Christmas and we getting it. You know, we had an amazing run, an amazing year, amazing time. And now we doing it. We doing things. The channel's growing. I'm so appreciative of what Yeshua has done and allowing me to get this word out, allowing me to really shine in the way that allows my gifts to manifest and allow my gifts to be shared. For those that are tuning in tonight, I got some stuff going on that I want to share with you, and we just gonna get it. So if you're tuning in, please just give me a thumbs up, give me something, let me know you in the house. So without further ado, we're gonna chime into these two clips. Conversation and reviews, you know how we get down. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Let's get this work.
Saying she was lying. She looking for a cash grab. She want money. And they mentioned the same thing. Oh, well, she was around him.
Shout out to Rockstar.
So why did she, the footage came out?
Let me ask you this, as a woman, if a man did all those things to you, all the things that he did to her, and that she said he did, and the things that we saw in the video clip, are you gonna go for criminal prosecution, or are you gonna go for a settlement of cash? What's gonna be more, as a victim, what's most important to you? Is it the money or the actual justice?
Do you know the details of that? I'm gonna ask. No, because I know exactly what you're asking me.
I'm asking you a question as a woman.
No.
As a woman, if I was abusive towards you, right?
That accountability is something else, ain't it? We both know your ass to take cash. Let's continue.
Would you want justice served? Like, would you want me to go to jail?
Okay, so did Kathy tell you, or did Kathy say she didn't want justice?
No, we're not. That's not. I'm asking you.
All the fellas, I know y'all felt that in y'all spirit. I know y'all felt that in y'all spirit. She talking about, I already know. No, answer the question. Jeez, he let you talk and get your shit off. Now just answer the question. God, the minute you think you about to get caught up, or the minute you think you're gonna look a type of way, now all of a sudden you get deflected and want to make it. Nah, but I know but you, Cassie, shut up. Answer the question. Jeez.
The reason why she didn't want to answer the question is because she would rather take the money. That's why.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Is meaning that don't want.
Again, when we talk about accountability, my question is tonight, are you able to say that you're sorry? Are you able to admit that you were wrong? Are you able to apologize? What does accountability mean to you? Because reality is, accountability is a woman's kryptonite. But what I'm speaking on is both levels on this one, both sides. Because you have some men that don't take accountability too well. Just like you have some women that don't take accountability too well. When do you say you're sorry? When do you reflect and take a step back and look at yourself and ask yourself, what part did you play? Real thing, buddy.
Want to hold themselves accountable for shit. So these conversations about relationships are more geared towards women, got women feeling like men ain't shit. And it's not helping them. It's actually hurting them. Women never see themselves as a problem. And I think that's so fucking sad. And I can speak on this conversation because I almost fell victim to that. pointing the finger at my kid's father like I was the victim. When I realized I had to start pointing that finger back at myself and hold myself accountable for my shit as well. If you never hold yourself accountable for nothing, you will never grow. And me learning from that situation helped me in so many ways. That's why I'm able to walk away from a situation that no longer serves me. So I'm saying this to say, hopefully in 2025, they wrap these relationship conversations up because they're not helping our women. They hurting our women. Men aren't only the problem. Women are the problem too. So y'all.
Well, in 2025, with these unrealistic expectations and unrealistic standards that a large number of women will put on man, that shit needs to cease. It needs to be gone. Coming into 2025, when we talk about relationships, you have to be more, there needs to be more realistic conversations on both sides. I'm talking about where you walk into a room, you sit down at the table, and you leave your ego at the door. You leave your attitude at the door. You leave your stubbornness and hard-headedness at the door. Be willing to come sit down at the table and have a normal conversation with a man, and vice versa. He needs to have a normal conversation with a woman. Both parties need to come to the table with something other than your body and your looks. What can you do? What can you feed each other emotionally, spiritually? Let's continue to get it.
I just got to stand on that. I'm going to call a duck, and that's just what it is.
Well, me personally, I would, if there's one topic that I would like to see get wrapped up, is the 50-50 conversation. I think is one of the dumbest topics in this space, and it just seems to keep reappearing, and it's always taking some different kind of shape or form, and I'll definitely be covering that again. I think I came across a clip that debunked that 50-50 conversation very well, actually. You'll probably be seeing that in the next day or two. But anyway, let's continue.
I understand, yeah, that whole 50-50 bullshit. It's like this. When it comes to relationships, both parties are going to put in. Period. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Both parties are going to put into it. Both parties got something to say. Both parties are coming in with something. The problem is not enough people want to have these hard conversations. A large number of individuals, they run from these types of conversations. You feel me? And they play it on themselves. They play it on themselves, you know? So that's why nobody gets anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And everybody gets hurt. Too many people are a lot. It's almost like, oh my goodness, brain freeze. Stop giving yourself to the wrong person. The person you should give yourself to, you don't. I hear a large number of women talk about how they want a good man and so forth, this and the third. But when they have one, they self-sabotage or they throw it away before something can even get started and wonder why that good man walked away. But you had him, but you threw it away or you messed it up. And I always say that when it comes to 50-50, it's teamwork. That's the total opposite of 50-50, teamwork. In a relationship, you got to have teamwork. It's not just financial. It's spiritual. It's emotional. It's mental. It's physical. It's that togetherness. It's that partnership. It's coming together. We run our household together. We take care of our children together. We give each other balance, peace, love, respect, so forth, this and that and the third. And that's what's missing in relationships, because a large number of individuals, especially in the Black community, have grown up in a single parent household. Number one. Number two, either A, they had things done to them, or B, they seen some things, or C, the environment that they grew up around. There are tons of good men and women out there. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. But because of the environment in which one grew up around, number one, and number two, the parent in the household. Was there a two-parent in the household, or was there a one-parent in the household? We got to identify that. And last but not least, those childhood traumas. Did you get counseling for that? Did you talk about it? Did you heal from it? Because the number one reason why a large number of individuals behave the way that they behave is because of the things that took place in their childhood. Holla if you hear me. Continue to get this work. Let's go.
Black women are the group of women failing the most out of all other women, but are the first group of women where if you even think about making a suggestion to them, if you even think about correcting a Black woman in any way, the response is always, why do you care? Why is it your business? Why are you worried about it? It seems like the more they fail, the more you can't tell them anything. And, every time you're on TikTok and you see a sister doing a think piece about how we're the victim and everyone should feel bad for us, just block that. No one is doing anything to us. We're doing this to ourselves, okay? It's a joke at this point. I don't even see how there's an end to it. The only thing that will save Black women right now is tribalism. You are going to have to find a tribe and stick to that, because as the collective, this is not working out and it is not looking good. The baby mama epidemic is the real pandemic for Black women at this point. I wish there was a vaccine for it. The vaccine would be maybe common sense.
A lot of individuals don't want to have this conversation. A large number of women don't want to have this conversation. This is some real truth and some real game for your Bluetooth, okay? Real conversations, true conversations, they need to be had. And that's why we have it here at the King's Table. I've always reminded men, and I will continue going into 2025, men, know who you are and whose you are in the season of your life. And I will say the same thing for women. Know who you are and whose you are in this season of your life. You got to, it's time to separate. It's time to separate yourself from the real and the fake. The real people are the traditional individuals that stand on business, that stand on integrity, that stand for something. The fake ones are the modern feminists. Throughout this whole election season, we've seen a lot of fake ass people get exposed. Cat Williams said it best. All lies will be exposed, and those who take it the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way. It don't just go for politicians. It don't just go for entertainers, but it also goes for regular individuals too. Look how many Black women we see crashing the fuck out, especially over Cooking with Kaya. To the point where they start doing their own food videos. And the shit don't even sound good, don't even look good. You got some that went out there and got takeout food and put it on a plate. Look what I prepared for you. Know good and well that dish came from Lucille's barbecue house, not knowing that food came from Texas Roadhouse. not knowing that plate came from Golden Corral, hometown buffet. You didn't cook that meal. But see, it's exposing. That's the bottom line, and that's what we're getting down to. People being exposed for the shit that they do and say, left and right and left, but have the audacity to talk about who you want in a relationship. Now, ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that calling the kettle black? Let's get this work.
Since you do have such an open mind, do you think that is another way that Black men should approach these type of scenarios?
As far as like trying to hold Black women accountable?
Yeah.
I wish I could say that there was a different way that you can go about it. I just think we are in such a bad place. I don't think that there's really anything that you can do.
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't think you could say it soft. You could say, sweetie, baby, and it would still be like, why you call me baby? Like it's still honest. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like we are this I don't care attitude, this very masculine, I can do what I want is so deep in us that I don't.
And I'm glad she's touching on that. I've never came across as many women as I have that are so masculine and they think it's okay, or blame men because they have to be that way. No, you chose to be that way. Don't no good man, no good, hard-working, loving man, productive man, want a woman that's masculine. He wants a woman that's feminine. He wants a woman that's fit, wants a woman that's friendly. Newsflash, story time. Why would I take a masculine woman to a family function when I can take a woman that is feminine to a family function? If I was to take a masculine woman to the family function, I can already see the headlines now. Big Mama grabs big truck by the shirt collar and drags him into the kitchen, sits him down on a stool and asks him, who is that? What is that? And take that back where you met that at, where you met that from. That's exactly what Big Mama would say. Because Big Mama would have read in her like a book. Oh yeah, she one of them. She's a 304. See, that's the good thing about our ancestors, our grandmas and our great-grandma. They can sniff that shit out. Bring the wrong one to the family function and watch what happens. Bring the wrong one to the family function and watch Big Mama pull your ass in the kitchen and have a meeting with you about who you brought and how she's no longer welcome in that household. And how Big Mama gonna see through and say, she got the bad and she got the wrong intentions. She gonna hurt you, boy. She's a taker. Just like Travis Hunter. I did a take on that. Go to my channel. Go to my YouTube channel, go to my Rumble channel, because I'm live on both of them. Check it out. I think I titled it, She Watching Film on You, or something like that. She's watching film on you, Travis. You think them gold diggers ain't watching film on you? You think they don't know? Motherfucker, they know. Gold diggers know. When I played professional ball, and I retired last year from Team USA, I'm thankful and grateful for my father, he was a professional athlete in track and field. I'm thankful and grateful for my mentors, Reggie White, Jim Brown, Greg Townsend, Adam Plant, Anthony Bartley, Ray Lewis. Some of them here, some of them have passed on. Christopher Big Black Boykins. Y'all remember the show Robin Big. Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. These are individuals that poured into me. That I sat down and I broke bread with these individuals. So, therefore, on the field, I'm a beast. For me to get into the Indoor Football Hall of Fame, I'm a beast. To get selected to play for Team USA, I'm a beast. Off the field, I used wisdom. Off the field, I did my due diligence in the community because I love the kids. Anything that involves doing things with kids, I'm in. Whether it's health and fitness, talking to the schools, going to the schools, talking to the kids, whatever it is. But there never was no bad smut on my name. I didn't have to worry about TMZ pulling up. Or if they did pull it up, it was something positive and nothing negative. So the shit that I see going on with Travis Hunter, maybe he needs this. Maybe he needs to get his knees dirty a little bit. Maybe he needs to get hurt a little bit. He needs some scrapes and bruises so that this can help him be a better man. I'm just praying and hoping that he gets out before it's too late. Don't mess around and get that broad pregnant. This is the same chick that's sending emojis to my man Edwards that play for the Timberwolves. Like for real, for real. Let's continue to get this work.
I don't really know what Black men can say, because even just the thought of how the view of Black men already is like you can't win because black women view Black men in such a negative way. So even when you try to say something nice, you're already going to be attacked because you're a Black man trying to say something.
See, this is exactly why when I hear women say that men don't know how to lead, it goes through one ear and out the other for me. Because on one hand, you can't sit over here and say men don't know how to lead or men can't lead. But whenever men try to hold other women accountable for something, this is typically the response that we get. I don't know if y'all are aware, but a part of being a leader is holding other people accountable. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. I don't know what else to tell y'all. That's another reason why I find it funny that women always get in an uproar when men say women can't lead like that. I'm like, but when you really think about it, I'm like, as much as y'all blame everything on everybody else, how could y'all? I'm like, y'all don't even want to take accountability for your own actions. So how could you lead? Just saying. And if y'all expect a man to take blame for everything, I'm like, he might as well lead then, huh? Like, see how that works?
I feel like a lot of times men, like he said, y'all take on a lot of silent battles. Y'all don't speak, y'all don't communicate as much. Y'all are very quiet. Y'all allow women to do 10 things to y'all before y'all say anything. As soon as y'all do something to us, we're ready to pounce on you.
Guess what? We live in a generation now where men have spoken up.
I'm going to rewind that back. I'm going to rewind that back like a running back. Listen to what she just said.
Before y'all say anything. As soon as y'all do something to us, we're ready to pounce on you.
Guess what?
Here's the thing. Could it be, this is just me, could it be that a man thinks before he speaks instead of just lashing out? Could it be that a man can only take so much, and there's no getting through. So what does he do? I'm going to gracefully, peacefully bow out. I'm going to back away, and I'm going to leave your ass alone. Once I remove myself from the situation, whatever needs to take place and needs to happen, that has no concern of me. That's all on you. We're living in a generation now where animals show their love for each other more than humans do. We're living in a generation now that good men and women get passed up. We're living in a generation now where you got the Pookie and the Ray Rays, the Makitas and Shaquitas. But then you got to ask yourself, and this is the real honest to Yeshua question that you have to ask yourself. Do you deserve to have a good person in your life? Or you deserve to have the no good that you've been having in your life? Because in order to have someone good in your life, you have to be willing to change. You cannot go into a relationship carrying old shit. You have to be willing to erase and replace, but you have to be willing, more importantly, to empty yourself. Empty all that stuff. Empty all that baggage. Why are you carrying old shit into something new? Help me make it make sense. Let's get this work.
We live in a generation now where men have spoken up. And what do you guys call us? Sassy, homosexual. We really don't like you guys. No, some of you are just terrible people and nobody has.
Oh, I love it when women. I love it when they call me that and they say all that and they say all of that. Here's why. You done told on yourself. You done dug a hole for yourself. And I wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. When you sit back and you let a person talk, they will tell you everything they need to. They will tell you their whole damn motive if you sit back and just let them talk some more. Men are growing, men are learning, men are having conversations at the table, men are having conversations at the water cooler, men are having conversations on the sideline, men are having conversations in the end zone, men are having conversations in the locker room. Men are encouraging each other, men are uplifting each other. I'm going to be doing more videos on Black Flash Mob. I'm going to be doing more and more videos on that. More conversation and reviews. Why? Because there needs to be more things put out there that black men are doing that don't get talked about. Black men with their children. Black men with their wives. Yeah, see, that's positive stuff. That's the stuff that don't get no lick. But all this negative, all this evil and wickedness, men ain't shit. I don't need no man. Blase, blase. A motherfucker that would lie to themselves would lie to you. We all need each other. But it takes a person that's about that life to admit it and stand on it. Well, I'm a boss bitch. I'm a boss babe. Me personally, I don't want no woman that calls herself a boss bitch. Number one, I don't need a woman that disrespects herself. And if you a boss, you're not going to tell me, you're going to show me. Do you know how to pray? You love to cook. You love to stand by your man. Are you a teammate with your man? Do you have your man's back? Because, that's what bosses do. Heaven forbid I get hurt on my job. And I have to sit out for 6 months until it's time to go back to work. Are you that boss? Babe, I got you. I got us. Heaven forbid I lose my job. which wouldn't take me long to get another one. Or are you that boss? Babe, I got you. I'm going to encourage you and make sure I'm going to get you some leads. We're going to get through this. Don't talk about it, be about it. If you call yourself a boss, then you need to stand on it. Boy, we getting it tonight. We're getting it on this Shabbat Saturday. The truth is to be told, not sold. We're going to tell it. And we're going to get down to the root of it all. Once and for all. There are good men out there. There are good women out there. Not taking away from that. Will all the good men and women please stand up and show yourself? And this is what we're seeing. What way to end this year than cooking with Kaya? She already exposed a large number of you modern feminist women already. Men are simple. You mean to tell me just cook for him? Like, yeah, men don't have all them high expectations. Try to tell you there's power in the plate.
Ever told you. But when one of us walk on this app, get on TikTok, respond to a video that sounds outrageous, what are the comments getting filled with? Oh, you're sassy. Oh, you really don't like girls. If what the person is talking about is too much, go be with men. The crazy part is some of you know the BS that you do in your relationship, and you like that this person allows you to get away with it, which is why you're with that person. Do you want to have the conversation that a lot of these couples are together because their significant other allows them to get away with terrible behavior? They're not ready for that.
Now, how many times have I came on this damn channel and told y'all that there are women out here that are disqualifying men, engaging them based on how much they can get away with and how much they can get from a man? So to hear somebody else say it, bro, it just goes to show you, bro. I don't be too far off with these observations, bro. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, because he's 100% right. Yeah, they ain't ready for that conversation.
Bonnie Crew.
And if men suffer in silence, then why am I?
Motherfuckers coming up with all these damn bonnets. I don't know what it is. Wearing damn bonnets. The fuck? Why are you wearing bonnets? And you got them big ass bifocals on. Come on.
I was hearing about it.
Because you asked us to speak about it. Did y'all not bring yourselves to the internet? Did you not sit up there and go to therapy with your significant other and say, hey, babe, I want you to express yourself to me? Do you guys not come on the internet and try to say, oh, I'm tired of these nonchalant men. I need my man to be able to express myself to me. But now you're trying to throw it back in their face talking about they talking too much. Do you see what we're talking about?
It's right there. He fucking nailed it. Soon as a man expresses himself, soon as a man opens up, he's criticized. You talk too much. You're sassy. You're this, you're that. But if I don't say anything, what are you hiding? Why are you keeping yourself from me? What's going on? Man up. No, you're so undecisive. But we begin to see, we begin to discover that a large number of women do not know what the fuck they want. Not every, but there's a large number that don't know, and it shows. Like a person that's a damn alcoholic, it shows.
That's the exact reason why men don't sit up here and express themselves and they stay silent, because you're throwing it back in their face right then and there. You can't make it up. It's caught in 4K. Comical part about this entire conversation is so many of you want to talk about the men of the past. You know, those men that used to go to war and then come home and not being able to express the things that they saw because they didn't want to put their woman through the same thing and or traumatized. Y'all know how they used to treat their wives back then, right? It was not nice at all, right? But now y'all still complaining that you have the men doing the exact thing that y'all requested. But what do y'all decide to do? Complain. Y'all still complaining.
This is what you call classic narcissism. A woman can be in the wrong and they'll completely ignore it, but rather address the fact that you made them feel bad about them being in the wrong.
Blame shifting. Rather than taking responsibility for your actions, you rather blame shift, deflect. But I'm going to put it off on you. Even though the woman fucked up, but she would never admit to you that she fucked up. But instead, she would conjure up something in her mind or bring up something that was old and treat it as if it was new, roll everything into a fireball, and then throw it at you.
Now the argument is no longer about what they did, but how they felt about you identifying it. And the tone is always their go-to. I'll say it this way. She was wrong for expecting him to get some water from the drink dispenser after he had funded the entire date, and then coming to the internet and attempting to say that he had a problem simply because he wanted to know whether or not she was the type of woman that would serve her man, seeing as how she already wasn't. All right, there's a nicer tone. Now let's see if she's going to jump in the comment section and address the statement.
As a man, you're supposed to be working more hard and getting more money to spoil me and protect me.
Yeah, that's fair. But as a woman, I feel like...
Are you
She fucked up already. Spoil me. See, when I hear women talk like that, first thing that comes to my mind is, ain't no good, decent man gonna spoil you. Period. If you can't spoil him back. All of this stuff coming into 2025, we're gonna see a large number of women paying their own damn bills. We're gonna see a large number of men stepping up, and it's gonna show. You're gonna notice the difference between a man and a simp. And I get on you simp-ass men too, because you simp-ass men make way for a large number of women to behave the way they behave and say the outlandish shit that they are saying. Yeah. Anytime you got a man leaning in with his finances, okay, this is transactional. Because a real man ain't gonna lean in with his finances. A real man is gonna lean in with good intentions, just like a woman. A real woman is gonna lean in with good intentions. A real woman is not gonna lean in with her education, her degrees, her job. No, she gonna lean in with some good intentions. So when I hear women speak like this, they make jackasses out of their damn self. And I don't really think that they realize that they are doing that and how they shoot themselves in the foot and wonder why men treat them like a 304. This is not a queen. This is not a respectful lady. Just listen. Once again, we're using our ear gates now. Men are using their ear gates. Men are listening. Men are paying attention.
doing women business? As a grown man?
I thought we was giving each other advice.
Not a grown-ass man and women business, though. That's given very much sassy. As a man, you're supposed to be getting more money. As a man, you're supposed to be buying me a house. As a man, you're supposed to put me above your mother. As a man, them kids, me only.
There it is right there. Ladies, please don't talk to him. Don't ever talk to a man like this. Please. Please do not talk to a man like this. Me and my next time I get married, me and my wife, we gonna buy a house together. You notice I said together, right? That's out the gate. In a relationship, we gonna do for each other. This woman right here, selfish as fuck. And we hear more women talk like this, and this is why they ass is single. We see why you're single. We see why you can't keep a man. We see why a good man does not show up on your radar. Now, Pookie and Ray Ray, yeah. But not no good man. A simp? Yeah. But not no good man. When I hear women talk like this, it's a complete turn off. I will pay you to shut up.
Bump your head? You fully conscious? Because at this point, I feel like I could be a better man than you.
This is bullshit.
Y'all think because a man is objective and he's challenging how you think, that he thinks he's better than women. And y'all think a guy that's willing to say, oh yeah, you're right, that he's a real man. No, he just rather, he's afraid to lose you. Some men are not afraid to lose you at the sake of their own self-respect and sanity. But that doesn't mean they're misogynistic.
Boy, you hear that? Trigger alert. Because see, men rather have their peace. Men rather have their peace. Or, if that's how a woman behaves, cool. That works for that woman, cool. That's why men are now, what are men doing now? They're falling back. Especially black men, they're falling back. They're like, all right, bet. Respect. Men are going their own way. See, my options has options. What one woman won't do, someone else will. All is fair in love and war. And this is what we're seeing. Men have options. Like I've always said before, shout out to Passport Bros, by the way. Men got passport. They can go to another country. Men can go to another state. Men can go to another city. When you have options, the sky's the limit. You ain't got to settle and stay and put up with bullshit when you don't have to. Because I guarantee you, there's some women out there that wouldn't mind going out on a coffee date. They wouldn't mind coming over for a home-cooked meal. Or wouldn't mind inviting you over for a home-cooked meal. Going for a walk in the park, going to Yogurtland. Simple is better. In so many ways. And there are women out there that understand that. And those women out there that do understand that, those are the ones that are in healthy relationships that we see. Those are the ones that have somebody. Wintertime is here. It's cold in Winterfell. It'd be nice to have someone to snuggle up with and to keep you warm through those cold, lonely nights. You don't have to use your dildo or your fingers or your rose when you have something real. And have that masculine man holding you, that body heat. And having someone to wake up to. Having someone to create memories with. Having someone to share your blessings with. Have someone that's going to stand with you through the good times and the bad times. Like I always tell people, this is one of the things I always tell people. Wait, heaven forbid something happens to you and you on your deathbed. You're going to wish you had your significant other right there with you. See, this is that harsh reality. You have more people dying alone. Where that person may say, well, I have my kids. That's one thing. But it is nothing like having your significant other by your side. Meditate on that.
Talking about men that's afraid to leave me. I'm talking about people that I argue with on the daily.
Yeah, let's get back to the conversation though. So what have I said that's misogynistic?
Can I answer a question with a question?
Hold on. I'll let you come in, but they made the claim, so they have to.
I think you banana. It just seems
Wow,
like
you guys really love to save other women. Go
It
ahead.
seems like you view women as objects more
Hold on,
than
stop. Guys, you gotta kindly shut the fuck up and let her talk. Go ahead.
That's not kind. I don't know.
I don't
who
give a
you're talking
fuck.
to.
Go ahead.
Clearly don't. It seems like you guys view women as objects more than actual women.
Okay, what have I said tonight that would indicate that I view women as objects?
Well, saying that we don't think or that we don't have brains.
When did I say that?
I didn't say that.
What did I say?
At your age, like no offense.
Oh my gosh, really? But the way a large number of women view men as a fucking ATM. Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say that. Well, that's the truth. Imagine if men viewed women as an ATM. The reality is real. The shit get real when the shoe's on the other foot.
I think I would just prefer like a different level of like maturity when it comes to like dealing with rejection or just like something that you don't agree with. I think it's very defensive.
I'm not even offended.
I mean, but you're like, just like you're like, I'm not defended. You know, I feel like it's perception, of course, but
Okay. Dang it, man. It's like kicking somebody while they down. He gets it. Everybody popped their balloon. He's leaving with nobody. Damn. Any man that wears Jordan 12s with no socks, they're capable of any types of crash outs. Leave him alone. He's getting red as a tomato. You see him. Just about to burst and then he makes pause. Hey, yo. Like, he got steam coming out his ears, bro.
I think you always have like something to say other than like, okay, I respect it. You know, just kind of like letting it.
Basically said that. Said, okay, I respect it. That's literally the word I said.
Are you offended by what I just said?
No, I'm not at all.
So you don't think you're being defensive right now?
Oh my gosh. She gets a kick out of this.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. I see where this is going. And he's handled himself well. See, a large number of women, they want to get a reaction out of most men. Peep game. And when they don't get a reaction from most men, they get mad. The fuck you mad for? Like men didn't already key it in their mind what the fuck you were doing. They already knew. I've experienced that same thing. You're not going to get a reaction out of me. I'm going to just pray for you. All you got to do is walk away. Are you offended? No. Oh, okay. Like, hello? Had one woman tell me that my body type, that, you know, she likes thin men. Fine. Because my body type, I'm muscular build. I'm an athlete. Well, retired athlete. I got a muscular frame. Most will be intimidated. I do executive protection for a lot of celebrities. And I get it, and I'm okay with that. I already know I'm not going to be every woman's type. Good. But I guarantee you, there's going to be some women out there that love a tall, muscular man that keeps himself in shape. And it's okay. You're not offending me. But those that know me know how I get down. That individual don't know how I get down. However, that's a loss on them. Because if they really would have took the time to understand me, oh man, you're a big ass teddy bear. You're a protector. You see, I don't have to do much publicly. My presence alone speaks for itself. Let's continue.
She gets a kick out of this, right? Because now you're just taunting this young man. This is 10 out of 10 rage bait.
When we talk about these sassy men, right? When we talk about the evolution of the new sassy man, there is nobody to blame but women. Women cheer it on. Women endorse it. Women support it. Women are the biggest supporters and cheerleaders for these sassy men. Men started painting their nails. It was a woman saying you shouldn't be judging that. Let the men wear their nails. Men started wearing purses. And if a man had enough money, then y'all gave it a pass. Could you imagine a man saying, let me get my purse? Could you imagine a man calling up the stairs, babe, I forgot my purse. Can you grab my purse? Could you imagine sitting next to your man, watching him putting fingernail polish on his fingers? Could you imagine him like, baby, can you go get my platform shoes? He's wearing bell bottoms, platforms like you, high-waisted jeans like you. But y'all gave men a safe space for it. Men didn't normalize that. Women normalized that. And the reason how I know that women normalized it, because y'all stopped having standards. As long as a man has money, as long as a man has a certain amount of clout, as long as a man has a certain name, it's cool. It doesn't matter what he wears, how freaky or feminine or sassy that it looks. Y'all gave men a safe space to be the way that they are. And now it's biting y'all in your ass, and now y'all don't like it.
The moment, here's the thing, the moment I begin to take a step back, the moment I begin to understand and know my worth and walk in my truth, I saw things from a different perspective. I saw things from a different light that I didn't see before. And then I had to put myself in a woman's shoes. I know what it's like now to go through a bad divorce. I know what it's like now to get treated like trash from a 14-month marriage, okay? I know how it feels now to be disrespected, to have things thrown in my face. And these are similar things that a woman has experienced. And when I started knowing self, spending time with self, counseling, reinventing myself, emptying myself, and allowing myself to become available for the Most High, to start pouring into me, went back and faced my past, then healed from it. It gave me a different perspective and it allowed me to see individuals for who they really are. It allowed me to see how a large number of women carry stuff, why a large number of women behave the way they behave. Okay, it goes back to your childhood. You see? And because it goes back to their childhood, now it's like, oh shit, oh snap. Being with a person is broken. And how that has an effect on you. Nah, never again. Never again. I will not deal with the woman that is broken. Fuck that. Fuck no. Because I know what it's like now. Now I see it. Now I know how to call it out. And a lot of things are being called out within individuals.
Is going to end up being single forever is the one that hates being accountable for the things that they've caused in a relationship. The moment they're confronted by their man about something they've done, he didn't appreciate her life rather than accepting accountability and saying, hey, I'm sorry, we'll work on this together, we'll grow together, instead she'll either one, blame him for being the reason why she did what she did, or two, what she'll do is she'll acknowledge his complaint. Rather than accepting accountability, she wants to then bring up something her partner did, whether it be current or in the past, that upset her, to try and shift the dynamic and blame and now make him feel like he has to be accountable for something that is completely unrelated to the circumstance in front of him. Woman is going to end.
In that last clip, I'm gonna let you know right now, that is probably gonna be one of the main things that keep me single, bro. There is no way in hell I can be with a woman that can't take accountability for anything. Because if everything is gonna be my fault, what the fuck do I need you in my life for?
And not only that, but why would I put myself through that? You feel what I'm saying? What is the purpose? We're going to dive into this thing right quick. Second clip. Shoot, let's get it, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Homemade lunch. Note from his old lady. It's that simple. That easy.
The comment section is absolutely not it. So many girls are being like, oh, so he wants a mommy, not a wife, or oh, I did this and he still cheated. Okay, so let's stop deflecting our past relationship traumas on everyone else, because I've been cheated on by other people in the past, and I don't sit there and let it stop me from doing kind things for someone that I care about and shows me that, you know, like.
We shifting reels a little bit here. This, once again, this is another average man unplugged clip. Why do modern women hate on traditional women that do things for their man? Let this play while y'all meditate on that.
They care about me and treats me like a princess, because what kind of person would that make me? Not a very good one. And a mom and not a wife, come on, give me a break. He's a journeyman lineman who works outside in horrible weather conditions the majority of the time, keeping the power on so that you guys can sit on your phones in your nice warm houses with your TV and your Wi-Fi and comment stuff on the internet. He works harder than anyone I've ever met, so if he wants a steak sandwich or chicken parm for lunch and I have the capability to pack it for him and make it for him and make his day a little bit better, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Or some of them are like, oh, well, what do you do for her? I don't know, give me a warm roof over my head. Like, these mindsets are the reason so many relationships, in my opinion, fail. Maybe I don't get it because I grew up with parents who were always together and they're still together to this day. So I saw my parents work as a team T-E-A.
I like what she said, her parents. So that means mom and dad are still together and they work as a team. Catch it.
A-M. Team. My mom worked hard. My dad worked hard. They were a team together. My mom did things for my dad. My dad did things for my mom. Pretty simple concept. Maybe the reason so many people don't last or get divorced all the time is because they're not doing anything for each other. They're coexisting. If you want a roommate, get a roommate. If you want a significant other, act like one. Thank you. Bye.
Got cheated on. So it was just a lot of that in the comments, like the lady mentioned. And I'm thinking to myself, can you imagine if men were in the comments doing this? Can you imagine if men said, you know what, I'm not going to give women good treatment anymore because it's never appreciated? So
that is so fucking true. You do not see men in the comments saying some outlandish shit like that, but you have a large number of women in the comments. Oh, girl, why are you doing that for him? He don't deserve that. Something wrong with you. He's using you. It's always something negative. Like I said, cooking with Kaya. Y'all shitted on that. Well, tried to. Because y'all trying to decensor her. Y'all thought it was going to work by canceling her TikTok page. It actually boosted her up even more to the point where she got her own cooking show. So, to that, then you got Nara Smith. Then you got Yoki Shrimp. Then you got Tiffany Silva. These are ladies that I did conversations and reviews on, theses on. These are women that love to cook. These are women that love to serve their men. But nah, modern feminist women want to be all up in the comments with their negativity. Once again, anytime it shows a traditional woman doing something positive for her man, here's where the modern feminists come out the woodwork. Why? Because it exposes what they don't do. Y'all should go listen to that song by Betty White called "The Cleanup Woman." Listen to that song.
Going forward, I'm not going to do these things for women. Can you imagine? Like, bro, women would not accept that. Women would not accept being treated a certain type of way because of past traumas. So why in the fuck do women expect that from men? It's like Shorty said, bro. Don't let what happened in the past fuck up your future. Because a lot of people do that, men and women.
And more people. I want to say thank you for those that are chiming in. I think on Rumble I have like 3 people. And on YouTube I have like 2 people. I want to thank those that chimed in tonight. It's a good topic tonight. I had to go live on this one. Christmas is next week. Damn, this year. Where did this year go? It came by quickly. Coming into 2025, I'm going to be doing more live. And please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. I'm going to be going live on TikTok. I'm going to be going live on Instagram. Connecting with my audience. Trying to get to 30,000. I need y'all help. Being a new channel though, I'll share all that stuff later. Cause I got something, towards the end of the year that I'm gonna drop. And and I'm gonna title it Time of Reflection. And I'm gonna be talking about the things that I've learned throughout this whole year. The things that I've learned and what I can take into the 2025. And not only become better, but just to share, to get the word out. There's so much topics out there to talk about. I'm just thankful and grateful that I have 28 subscribers. 28,000, I'm sorry. I'm thankful and grateful of people that chime in. I'm thankful and grateful of people that leave their comments. I'm so thankful and grateful for the people, for the emails. Because a lot of times I get emailed a lot. Now that it's growing, people asking me questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I had one subscriber reach out to me and she said, you know what? I thought your channel was about just, bashing women. And it wasn't until she went back and looked at a few of my videos and was like, wait a minute. You're not bashing women. You're telling the truth of how a large number of women behave. And I said, yes, ma'am. On my show, I hold women accountable and men accountable. I don't pick sides. If you're doing something good and you have good intentions, you're good, you're wholesome, I'm going to give you your flowers. I'm going to acknowledge you and give you respect. But if you out there doing foolishness and doing bad shit, I'm not going to disrespect you, but I'm going to call that thing out and we're going to talk about it like adults. Whatever happened to having adult conversation? And that's what we do here at the King's Table. We get down to the root. I want to get down to the root, how it all began. Where did this all stem from? Because in order in order to heal, in order to acknowledge, in order to move forward, you have to be willing to go back to your past. You have to be willing to sit down and talk it out. I don't judge on my show. I'm not building a brand where I'm just judging people. No, we're going to call certain things out and we're going to have adult conversation. That's why I call it conversation and reviews. We're having a conversation of videos being reviewed, being viewed. And we're going to get down to it and we're going to have fun doing it. My personality is my personality. I love to make people laugh. Those that know me know Big Truck love to make people laugh. Laughter is the best medicine, especially in the times that we are living in right now. You got family members passing away. You have friends passing away. Okay? You have those that are single parents raising children. They're doing the best that they can. I want to acknowledge them. I want to acknowledge the single parents, whether if you're a single mother or a single father. I want to acknowledge you. To the married couple out there, I want to acknowledge you. I want to continue to promote good men, good wives, good households, and I will. So much negative has been put on black men. So much negative has been put on men, period. Let's talk about the good things that black men do. Let's talk about the good things that men do. Let's talk about the good things that black women do. Let's talk about the good things that women do. We get tired of hearing all this negative shit. However, the more we expose a lot of things, we are able to move differently. What do you mean? In order to move in a way that you've never moved before, you have to be willing to move in a way that you've never moved. You have to be willing to do something different. In retrospect, changing of your mindset. You have to change your mindset. You can't say you want a good man, but you have the old mindset. You have a worldly mindset. You can't say you want a good woman, but you carrying shit from your past and wonder why it shows up in your love life and your social life. Let's continue to get this work.
And hell, I wouldn't be surprised if I've done that myself. So please, like, cut it out. And if that's how y'all really feel, y'all need to heal and stay out the way. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
I truly think we just operating out of pride and ego at this point. I really think that we just got to tell ourselves whatever to make ourselves feel better. Like, I was just on Threads and I just seen a tweet of this girl saying something about cooking and cleaning for a man makes me feel like a slave. One, what is y'all's obsession of wanting to be a slave so bad? Y'all stay comparing yourselves to being a slave. Nobody has lived through being a slave. And y'all keep comparing yourselves to being a slave. Like, that is just weird. But two, don't you have to cook and clean for yourself? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Like, I cook, right? Like, I like to cook. But, like, what about fixing a extra plate makes you feel like a slave?
Yeah. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Boy, I tell you. Sprinkles are falling out the sky. People are eating red velvet cakes. The birds are chirping. Crackheads are crip walking. Man, the reality is something real. I tell you. Go pull up Betty White. Betty White. Betty White or Betty Wright? Betty White, I believe. The cleanup woman. Listen to that song. I swear to beans. Listen to that song. Like I said, there's tons of good women out here. There's tons of good women that have given themselves to the wrong men. But that don't mean all men are the same, because every man is different. Every woman is different. Vice versa if you flipped it. Just like there's some good men out there, there's some good women out there. Why both keep choosing fucked up people, I don't know. Why they keep choosing the wrong ones, I don't know. Maybe that's what they're attracted to. Maybe that's what they know. They don't know nothing else. Because they know in order to keep a good person, you have to change. Well, I'm going to be myself. They're going to have to accept me for who I am. That shit don't get you nowhere. A good person won't even show up on your radar. That good person will look right past you. Well, I got this nice bomb body. So, what have you done for me lately?
Don't you have to clean for yourself? So why are you correlating that to making you feel like a slave? Like, why do y'all want to be slaves so bad? And then you say you want somebody to pay all the bills, but then you don't even want to make an extra plate. Like, that's just, y'all, I truly think.
I love it when I hear women talk like that. Shit, I love it. Why? It lets me know who to leave the fuck alone. I mean, I just pray that you block me and cut me off. Because you're doing me a favor at that point. Sometimes a person cutting you off can be a blessing in disguise. Sometimes getting rejected can be a blessing in disguise. Especially when you see through that person. It's like, woo, woo, yeah. See? Let's go.
I think we just gotta, I don't.
Yo, she looked just as confused as the men when we be talking about this shit. She over here like, she can't figure it out. I've been trying to tell you guys for the longest, bro. Women still hold men to a traditional standard while at the same time they don't want to be traditional themselves.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Brother Rome. And the more we see men, the more we see a large number of women do that exact thing. That's why men opt out. That's why men fall back. That's why men say, you know what, you're good. When a man can go get somebody else that's going to treat him, that's going to welcome him. I know I did this one piece today, built like a Mexican. And I'm sitting there like, damn, you modern women just don't know when to fucking stop. Now, you want to gangbang on Latin women. For what? But y'all the same one to talk about the sisterhood. See? See, I'm half Jamaican and Samoan. So I know a large number of you feminists hate on Caribbean women, hate on Islander women. Yeah, we calling it out. I'm calling it out. But you want to sit up here and gangbang on Mexican women, not knowing you have heard of Afro Latinas, have you? You can find them in Brazil, Dominican, Puerto Rico, okay? Costa Rica. There's tons of places where you see Cuba, Afro Latinas. And I love all my Afro Latinas. Okay? So when you sitting there taking shots, you better do your research. You want to sit up there and insult Latin women, you out your damn mind. But once again, if that's how you roll, that's how you get down, fair enough. Black men just respectfully fall back. And them Latin women are taking brothers. They're opening up the door for brothers, and brothers are walking in. And a large number of you modern women hate that because it leaves y'all asses out to dry.
Because whenever it comes to the provider talk or provider conversation, what's typically the woman's response? You're supposed to do that. You're a man. Once again, traditional roles. But the moment you flip it and say, okay, well, traditionally women did X, Y, and Z, and then these are the kind of responses you get. And then they wondering why so many men are checked out, not taking them seriously, or don't see any incentive on taking y'all seriously. Y'all are literally telling men to take a bad deal. Who the fuck in their right mind gonna do that? And then here's
a simp. A simp would take a bad deal. Pookie and Ray Ray would take a bad deal just to get some ass, but would never take a woman like that seriously as far as a relationship. A simp that don't get ass on a regular, they lean in with his money in hopes to get some ass, will take a bad deal. I'm going to call it, you know me, I'm going to call that shit, I'm going to call it how it is. A good man that stands on business, that stands on integrity, he ain't going to take that deal. Because that good man already knows his options, already has options, and he know who he is. And a good man is not going to disrespect himself for something that is of low value when he can have himself someone that is of high value.
Here's my thing. For one, y'all need to quit calling that shit slavery, because for one, you're disrespecting people who were actually slaves, for one. And two, you mean to tell me that slave cooking and cleaning for your man is slavery to you, but a man working all these hours so that way he can pay you and your bills and provide for you, and you don't got to come out of pocket at all? That's not slavery to you?
That's a slap in man's face. That is so disrespectful to a man. If I don't know what ain't what is. When you got men out there that are going to work, you got men out there that are working hard, you got men that's just punching that damn clock. But once again, you want to shit on a good man. Good man is doing what needs to be done to make sure the house stays afloat. And then you gonna shit on him? That's exactly what that sounds like. That's exactly what that is. Once again, and you wonder why a large number of black men opt out and go to somebody else.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You, bruh.
Okay.
My red flag is like not cooking.
Okay.
Oh, you guys don't cook?
Yo, y'all not cooking.
Bumberclad. Bumberclad, me nah no cook. Wow. Man, that's a five. You see me? Man, I know woman cook. My youth said, me la woman cook. Me na pop Bumberclad balloon. Woo! Hail Mary.
Choco right now with the cooking on TikTok. I don't know if they got the memo.
I feel like as a woman, we've always been put into that stereotype of like having to cook and stuff.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
The cooking and
The cooking?
yeah, I know. I don't know why that was.
You don't
yeah.
like to cook?
I mean, I love to cook, but I don't know. I don't know if that's like the main contender of like.
You're lying. You're lying. If you love to do it, you wouldn't have a problem with it. You would be excited. Oh, you said you want somebody to cook? I love to cook. You're lying.
I popped the balloon
She
because,
doesn't know how to cook.
again, same thing with the cooking. It's not that I don't like cooking, but I think you said that women would be better off if they knew how to. I think you used that word, and that didn't quite sit right with me. Also, we're in Brooklyn. We have the best restaurants in the world.
Not.
Why does she talk like that?
Now, most of those women pop that balloon because he said it's a red flag if she doesn't cook. How much you want to bet? Most of those women who popped their balloon, most of the women that were on that panel, how much you want to bet most of them still hold men to a traditional standard and expect him to pay for everything or at least pay for dates and shit? How much you want to bet? I'd be willing to bank the U.S. Treasury that most of them want a man that's the provider that all the women want nowadays. So I find it a bit funny. Women always been held to that standard and yada yada yada. Right, but here we are in 2024 where y'all make all this money and y'all still requiring men to do the traditional shit.
That's why you need to have conversations. People don't talk like they used to. When it comes to, again, 50-50, teamwork, it's all the fucking same thing. Okay? We are a team. You know, it was once said that you have animals that show their love for each other more than humans do. It was once said, chivalry's dead. It was once said, where did all the love go? Love never left. Look at the individual who you sitting across from. Look at the individual that you either spread your legs to, give resources to, give the time of day to, versus the individual that you overlook, that you pass up, that you don't take notice. That when that individual's trying to get your attention and try to connect with you, you blow that person off. But soon as you get hurt, soon as you get used, soon as you get abused, now you want to play the victim. Now you want to call that person back. See how fucked up that is? My question to a large number of individuals is this. Why would you mess up something that has the opportunity that can be a blessing for you? Why would you mess that up for something that is of the streets? Let that marinate.
Ain't nobody on this one-sided shit, bro. Let's keep it moving.
Listen, the real reason why a lot of these women are genuinely happy over this "I can't afford the rent" prank that wives are doing on their husbands is because a lot of women' true desire in life is to be a leech. But I hate to say it that vague, but if we just using the most simplest terms, y'all want to be leeches. Y'all want to be able to wake up, go to Starbucks, shop, get drunk, get fucked, go to sleep, wake up and do it all over again without catering to the household or to the man that's taking care of all the bills. But what y'all not seeing is the wives that's posting this "I can't afford the rent" pranks on their husband is doing way more shit than what the rent would do in value. Like, these women are healers, nurturers. These women know how to speak certain words into their man for their man to even go out and get the money to pay all the bills. Some of y'all be no limit soldiers talking about you want a provider. Bitch, you sold 3 5s while we were in high school. You're not finding a provider because you're not even in your feminine energy to find one. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, he's hating.
That was one thing that I always found fascinating. Hearing a woman say she wants a man that is a provider until the man says, "What are you providing for me? I need a woman that's a provider." So when it comes to being a provider, it goes both ways. What are you providing me with? 9 times out of 10, a large number of women will say, I need a provider, a man to provide financially. But she has nothing to provide for him. That's what we see. Again, men are gracefully, peacefully falling back. There's no argument. There's no cussing, no disrespect, no nothing. We're seeing a large number of men falling back saying, okay. And they go get them somebody else. And that fucks up modern women. For the simple fact that men ain't putting up no fight. They're not putting up no argument. They're not arguing. They're not. Nope. You already done told enough on yourself. I'm going to leave you by yourself. With yourself.
He's this, he's that. But no, some of y'all only desire marriage for the sake of finding a man to take care of all your financial problems. Y'all don't want no union. Y'all don't want to build up no good kids out the situation. Y'all don't want to build no generational wealth. None of that. Y'all only thinking of it in a selfish and a leechful way, which is you getting all your needs and your wants met, and they literally just existing. That's it.
It does not bother me like it bothers you females when my man tells me to do something. Whatever he says goes. That's just the bottom line for me. I don't care what you guys think. You're like, oh, you're acting like a pick-me. How am I acting like a pick-me if I'm a...
I love pick-me's. Women like her get picked. Modern feminist women don't get picked. See? Women like her, they get a man. They know how to keep a man. Like I said, it's wintertime here in Winterfell. It's cold. About 5 p.m. it start getting cold. I'm here on the West Coast. That's why I use the term it's cold here in Winterfell. If y'all watch my movie Game of Thrones, you understand where I'm coming from. You're going to wish you had somebody to keep you warm during the winter seasons and the fall seasons. No man on your arm, but there's a woman out there like her that has a man on her arm. Because those women understand, those women know. Let's continue.
I'm already picked. And I'm going to stay picked because at the end of the day, I honor my man. I respect him. If
Shout
he
out to
tells me not
Rockstar
post something,
again.
I'm not posting it. If he tells me not to do something, I'm not doing it. I'm not arguing about it. I'm not going back and forth about it. Because that's the man that I chose to protect me and to provide for me and to be there for me. So I trust his word. So when he says take that down, it's going the fuck down. I'm not asking him why. His reasoning and his reasoning, and I'm trusting his reasoning on why he wants me to do something.
We have more women that behave this way, they would have healthy relationships. You have modern feminist women that would disagree with her. You have modern feminist women that would sit up there and come for her. But again, modern feminist women, they show themselves every day and all day. Twice on Sunday, 3 times on Friday, they show their ass. You have some women out there that respect their relationships, that respect their marriages, and will not do nothing to disrespect that. You have women out there that understand their role and understand their man's role. You have some women out there that have no problem with submitting to her man, because in return, he has no problem with submitting to her. In a relationship or marriage, she's the prize, he is the prize. It's 2 good people that come together, they both are the damn prize. That's just the way that goes. You see,
Or not do something. So for y'all coming at me and saying all these weird things, it does not bother me that I respect my man. And the reason why he loves me the way he does is because he knows how I stand behind him.
that's right. That's right.
So I guess I am a pick me. But he picked me. Shouldn't the fuck up.
Being
Man, a
bothered by
bumper glad boy.
insane. Like, it's insane. Like, y'all are a different type of miserable to be upset. Rihanna said that she likes to look put together, not want to look busted at her home when her man comes home. And y'all had a problem with that. It was the why she got to do all that. Why she have to do all what? Wanting to look good for her man? Wanting to be attractive? Like, there's work that goes into relationships. And
I'm going to flip the script. I'm going to flip that DNA on you. I would love to have a woman where I can look good for her when she come home. When she come home, if I'm home before she does, and if I'm feeling it, fuck it, I'll have dinner cooked. So when she come home to a clean home. She come home to a home cooked meal. I put on that smell good. You know how your boy Truck Daddy does it. Go on ahead and drop that voice. How you doing, baby? How was your day? Now go on ahead and sit your sexy self down on that couch. Let me pour you a drink. You see, if she's doing that for me, not dropping her voice, but if she's having something sexy on and having a home-cooked meal for me when I come home from work, why not do the same for her? If she's running my bath water for me, how come I can't run her bath water for her? If she's all excited because she's coming home to me, I can be excited for her when she comes home. When you have the right person in your life and it makes you feel so good and they bring you love and peace, you don't mind doing those things. You come out your comfort zone. You see, it goes both. Once again, 50-50 teamwork. I'm a run that shit like a running back. Because if we run our household together, those are the things that we do in our household because we have an understanding that only that is comfortable for us. and everything is being reciprocated. It's not one-sided. But all of that starts way in the beginning, in the dating phase, not the relationship phase, the dating phase. Because in the dating phase, you're still spending time together. In the dating phase, you're communicating. In the dating phase, both of you are vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Both of you are opening up to each other. Not in a way of making each other feel like they're in a job interview, but making each other feel comfortable where they can come to you and share whatever it is that they want to share. There's no judgment. Okay, there's no judgment. There's no attitude. It's all about being open-minded and having an understanding and appreciating the fact that that individual came to you and said, babe, this is what I've been dealing with. This is the type of day that I have had. This is how I'm feeling. This is what's bothering me. This is what I'm curious about. You see, it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. And the tone of your voice that you are using when you're saying what you say. I guarantee you, practice these methods. Watch what I tell you. And I'm also going to be doing that too. I'm also going to be dropping a lot of nuggets when I go live coming into the new year. These are things that tools, I call it tools, nuggets, jewels. I'm going to be dropping some. Because I honestly believe whoever I'm speaking to out there, in 2025, your life is going to change. Your love life is going to change. Do what others don't do in order to have something that you never had, but always wanted.
I don't think y'all understand it. Like, y'all think you could just get in a relationship and he better take me as I am. That's it. That's all. Why does it bother you that a woman wants to actually look good for her man? That's what you do when you're in a relationship. That's what you do when you love your partner. You want to keep yourself together. You want to look good for him. I could decide to just lay around and look like whatever, but I know my man coming home. I ain't seen him all day. I might have seen him in a couple days, and I want to look good for him.
And let me just say, I understand not every day we may not feel that way. Not every day, but at least most of the time. What she says. And I love this sister here. Go to her channel. So it may not be every day, but at least make that a priority for majority of the time. You can do that. Be good for him when he comes home. Wear something nice and sexy when he comes home. Or have a nice sexy nightie on. Hell, you may not want to wear no lingerie, but you can wear some t-shirt and panties. And put on some smell good. It's the simple things. It's the little things that we gotta understand. It's the little things.
Why does that bother you? Why do women have to get into the comments and then try to attack or find a way to make it seem as though, oh, I would never do that. That's a pick me. This is that. No, that's just a woman who loves her man and she likes to look good for him. That's it. That's all. That mentality of I wish I would do all that for a man is a problem, and it's the reason why our relationships look the way that they do right now. If you think you ain't gotta do nothing, and because you're at home you can walk around looking like whatever, like let's make it make sense. Don't you want to look good for your partner? Don't you want him to see you in that way? Why is it a problem when a woman wants to do something for her man? Isn't that what we are in relationships for? To do things for each other, to make each other feel good, be happy, whatever it might be. But again, y'all have not, I guess, experienced that type of love or relationship that you want to do that for your partner. But to hate on another woman or to have a problem with it is really sad. It is really sad, honestly. I had a woman come on my live earlier and she basically put in the comments that she's afraid to get married because it's going to involve having to please a man. And the first thing I said to her is, if you don't want to please a man, please your man, then you should not be married, honestly. Why go into a marriage where you don't want to please your spouse? We are here to please each other, make sure each other are good, make sure each other are fulfilled and fill each other up. I think women get caught up in I'm not pleasing a man who doesn't please me. Why would you? Why would you choose to marry a man who isn't pleasing you, who isn't making you happy, who isn't filling you up? That's a choice. But to say you don't want to please your partner, that's a problem. Even the thought process and the mindset behind saying that you don't want to have to please a man for the rest of your life means you just, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I take pride in making sure that my husband is good. He takes pride in making sure that I'm good. It's a partnership that we are here to fill each other up and make sure that when we come together, we are whole, our family is good, our kids.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. That is the way it's supposed to be. That's teamwork. That's 50-50. She's giving it to you right there. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. But it's best to hear it come from a woman, a respectful, credible woman.
Kids is good. That is we have to be here we're here to be a helpmeet. Come on. So I think for women out here who have that mindset, I suggest you work on changing that, figuring out why you feel that way. Is that from experience? Is that from what people have told you? You got to get rid of that. You have to get rid of that. You cannot get married and not want to please your husband. You just can't.
You sleep with a man, you should be down for whatever he wants you to be down for. But the problem is, how is it you give your body, but you wouldn't give him service? You wouldn't give him a home cooked meal. Imagine you let a guy go in your body raw with no condom, and I know everyone on this panel has done it, and he could literally give you a disease that will take your life. You give him that opportunity, but you won't cook him a meal unless he pays. That's crazy, right?
If he wants a sandwich,
you make daddy a sandwich.
No. Let me ask you this. Well, okay, let me ask you this. If me and you out and somebody say something slick to you,
you punch him in the
you
face.
want me to smack him in his mouth, right?
That's right.
So if
Come
I
on.
take you on a date and I say, look, baby, we're going to go Dutch.
No.
Exactly.
Right.
If we walking up to the car and I don't open your car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You
Right.
better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think
So you make daddy a sandwich.
There it is.
Woman will do whatever her boss says, barely do what her husband asks. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can be to work on time every day at 8 a.m. But to make me a turkey sandwich is a problem, right? Or to do something for me is a problem. I don't understand it. I don't.
But again, this is the generation that we're living in. And we see this with a large number of Black women. I'm going to call it out. But it's funny because a large race of other women wouldn't have a problem with listening to that man. Wouldn't have a problem with making a man a sandwich. Wouldn't have a problem with fixing a man a plate. But only when it comes to a large number of Black women, men run into this. You see it? Literally, do you literally see it?
Don't understand how we've gotten to the place where we're so independent. There's no interdependency that you will allow another man to dictate your whole life. But the man that you sleep with, love, and say you love, he can't tell you one thing.
Might get a lot of hate for this, but here's my take. The reason a woman will respect her boss more than she respects her man is because she knows that she'll get fired from that job if she doesn't act accordingly. She knows if she constantly has a bad attitude, if she mouths off, if she shows up late too often, if she doesn't perform the tasks and duties of her role, her boss will fire her.
Now imagine if man adopted that same theory. Well, to be honest with you, man has adopted that same theory. Here's your pink slip, your tax write-off. Just like on the job, boss will fire you and have somebody else in your place. Man would walk away from you and have another woman to take your place. Or in the process of firing you, a boss will already have somebody hired and have you train that person. And once that person is trained, going ahead and fire you. A man can go on ahead and do the same thing. Bring in someone, get to know that person, spend time with that person. Him and that other woman to have a connection. And once that connection is solid, go ahead and release you. Same way.
But when she knows her man will not, when she knows he has no boundaries, when she knows she can act however she wants and he's still going to stick around and be loyal to her and give her all the benefits of being with him, of course she's not going to respect him. A lot of guys make the mistake of thinking that setting a boundary is telling her what she can and cannot do. That's not a boundary. That's just an attempt to control her. And it's going to make you look very, very insecure. Because to her, all that sounds like is complaining. You see, a boundary is telling her, hey, if you continue to do that, I am going to leave you. And the most important part of setting a boundary is following through with the repercussions you promised. Because if you don't, you're just complaining. And once she knows that you won't, she will view that as a weakness and continue to disrespect you and do whatever she wants, knowing that the most you'll do is complain about it.
But in the same sentence, a man has to set limitations. A man has to set his limitations, what he can take and don't take, what he will deal with, what he will not deal with. Now, I understand where this brother's coming from. Hear me out. There's nothing wrong with a man setting boundaries. Because you have a large number of women that have no problem with crossing that line. And when you set boundaries, it's basically saying, this is what I will accept, this is what I will not accept. Hear me and hear me good on what this is. It has nothing that shows insecurity or control. No, it's basically saying, I don't take no bullshit. I'm a nice, good man, wholesome, loving, but I ain't weak and stupid either. There's a limit of how much that I'm going to take and deal with. Just like Popeye. Popeye said had boundaries. There was only so much that Popeye can take until he can't takes no more. And then he pops open that can of spinach and he get to work. But just like, again, man can only take so much.
A man who struggles with setting and following through on his boundaries will always struggle in his relationships. Because if there is no chance that she will get fired from the relationship, what reason does she have to stop doing what she's doing?
I was not going to do another video tonight. I wasn't, but I promise you, I'm just moved to do this video right now. I was going to save it for later, but I just wanted to tell y'all, because I have a son, because I have brothers, because I see both sides. I just want to tell y'all men, especially y'all good ones, if you are a good hardworking man in this day and age, especially if you're a Black, good, hardworking man, do not let these ladies fool you. Do not let them fool you. We know how rare y'all are. We know that it's 20 women to one man. And we know that y'all have options upon options upon options. And
She's a good one. She's speaking truth. She's speaking fire. And I don't blame her. She's right. She's dead on. I'm going to let her finish, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts. Then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home.
a lot of us are not up for the challenge. So what do? Well, what do? Convince themselves that they don't need you. I don't need no man. I'm a strong. Trust me when I say that ain't nothing but fear and insecurity.
It's a fear tactic.
Trust me when I say. Because on one hand, they don't want to put in the work. But on the other hand, they know other women will. So trust me when I say, my good Black brothers, there is panic in the heart of these out-of-line women. Trust me when I say it. And not even just the Black men period, the good ones. Trust me. My good sisters of all colors are panicking.
I think.
Damn.
Yeah, because I gotta ask this question, like, damn, why do y'all have such a problem doing anything for a man, especially considering everything that y'all ask for? And usually what y'all ask for requires money. I mean, damn, are y'all really that selfish?
I gave you $300, but you won 300,000 at the casino. How much would you split with him?
How much would I split with him?
Yeah.
If
So
he gave it to
he
me?
gave you $300 to go to the casino, but you won 300,000. How much would you split with him?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, the thing I would be with would let me keep all the money.
Okay, so you wanna go 50-50?
I don't know who started this epidemic.
He would let me keep all that. He would have money like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Never mind. I guess that answered my question.
With that being said, I wanna say, men, continue on your journey. Whatever that may be, and that the Most High leads you to, continue on your journey. Continue to learn, continue to listen, continue to collect data. Continue to observe and report men. That would be my thing for men coming into 2025. Continue to observe and report. Continue to use wisdom and use discernment, especially when it comes to dating, your dating preference, whatever your dating preferences may be. Walk in peace and love. Walk in your masculine self, king. Know that you are a king. Know that you come from royalty. Know that. Don't think it, don't guess it, don't hope it, but know it. A lot of good men out there. Great men. Be that. You are that. Whether you are a husband, whether you are a friend, you are a father, be that. You are that. Walk in the level of greatness that you've never walked in before, man, coming into 2025. Ladies, you come from royalty. Change your mindset coming into 2025. Know your self-worth. Listen. Sometimes as ladies, sometimes you just have to just sit back and just listen. Don't say nothing. Listen. When you listen to a man talk, he's telling you what he needs from you. All you got to do is listen, then apply. Listen and apply. Listen and apply. Listen and apply. That's it. That's all. Stop listening to modern feminist women. Stop getting advice from women that can't keep a man. If you want to know how to keep a man, sit down and have a conversation with one. Coming into 2025, You want a man? Go get him. Become available. There's nothing wrong with a woman going after what she wants. Look at Simone Biles. Simone Biles went after what she wanted, and look at her. If you have to do self-work, do that. Don't bring unnecessary trauma and the things of your past into a new relationship with a man. You're going to run him off. But be willing. Be willing to do something different, ladies, that you've never done in order to have something that you never had, ladies. Be open and willing to do that. Until then and only then, go be the best version of yourself for many people to see. Take that with you and go be great. It's your boy, Big Truck. Please subscribe to both my channels on Rumble and YouTube. And leave me a comment. Let me know that you are here. Let me know that you've listened. Let me know. Let your soul speak. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. I love you all. I will see you in the new year. Peace.